It's right up ahead. But let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle.
Yeah,
I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Sex web.
Huh. Very good. But let's not let...
I shall find rooms.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let...
This is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't
Seems like it's tough. Your father...
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me...
No. My father's name is Callus. 3 years ago.
Oh no.
But I do not believe At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly But strangely, he that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender. He protect his honor if he's dead. If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself. The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
You always be making them bite.
So that's why you're so...
That's right. However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must
go right
know
here,
something.
and I go right there, so I can see my screen. Oh, you're touching? No.
Or your pillow right there.
I can't.
I must know what really happened. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the... And now, here I am
Demoiselle.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our...
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf.
But how could... mind. If Callus was...
There is one other.
Oh. Her? Well, then... Isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him? Yeah. That's not...
Miss Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have...
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you...
Afterward, Miss Clorand told her, yes, that is our...
Oh, Papa. All right. Anyway, that's the information I want. Thanks.
Yeah.
Please, relax and get some sleep.
Paimon's, huh? Navia?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and...
Paimon gets the feel, but...
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vache.
Wait. So...
Unfortunately,
You
this
motherfuckers
name
ready
seems
for
to have
Raw?
been wiped from existence. I suspect that the... No. And that is the
Y'all fall
archives
asleep already?
kept by... If the Osea that you met...
So Nervalette maybe
Oh,
is an archive
shit.
of the case. In that case, let's go tell... Aren't you...
Oh shit, I know you was tired. Hi, all you want. I know you bitch ass is tired. Don't fall asleep in the party. Well, Tila fell asleep in the party
Palais is right up ahead.
a couple
Come on.
times. I think, no, it was only 2 times. Because you knocked the fuck out. But this was like during school.
Please state your business here. The chief This place does look...
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't...
See? They've got...
Yep.
If you're here just to crack jokes...
No.
And then like
What I meant
later,
to
a
say
couple
is,
minutes later,
shouldn't you
all
remember us
they
from
hear
a
in the
few
party
days
is
ago?
you knocked the
We were at
fuck
the
out.
trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes, I remember.
We're here today to report an archive...
Yeah.
Is that even...
Of course.
All right then, I'll let you through. The chief...
Thanks.
Yep. Oh, for real?
Please come in.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalette.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance.
We're looking for a...
Ah, I see.
Who knew that
See ya, bro.
Nervalette would be so easy to talk to?
Getting off to Zach?
Are you getting off next?
Not yet. I'll be out for a little bit longer.
For a lot longer.
Yeah, I might stay for a little bit.
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vache has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years. There are no records of him either in the files or in my...
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so?
Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus...
And what are you trying to say? Are you trying to console me? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duel, you even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel? Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing everything? Was hanging on a thread. There are still so many things. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. It's not so much that you can't feel. Oh well. And my apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Can you imagine getting slapped at every angle?
Rain.
Your legs, your butt, your chest, your
It's
fucking
raining.
arms.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building?
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered in the rain. That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait. You...
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water? Yeah.
I really think... all right.
Yeah, we're gonna...
Do you want to go with me now? Great.
Whoa, what a huge ship!
There's no need to... My father was the one who... A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you... Paimon was confused by a group, but now that Paimon has seen this ship for her...
Well, Poisson is where... Maloose, we're back!
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partners. You said before that you still had some business.
You still remember?
Yes, the case was quite similar.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to gain at a glance.
Wait!
Yes, he did. If you drink synth for an extended amount, and if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience, as he oversaw Puissant, my
Boss's uncompromising act. Not only that.
Yes, recognizing that the man's name was Jacques that night, but then... Sounds just like Lenny's. Looking back on it, though, precisely. But,
You're
considering
stupid.
it now, you're right.
Jacques
You
was
are?
an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past. I think this On that note, however, even though Spina, there is no need.
If that's indeed what he wished for, was I not the closest person to him? What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect Synth? Is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is... Did he think I've never accepted that. I want to find...
Navia.
This is indeed...
So you do know something else, Maloose?
Yes, I do. But what drove all the tension...
What?
And the serial disappearances case cost 5 years with knowing all of this. But as long as... If something were to...
Right. So nobody would be able to...
As we've seen, bosses...
No. I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard. Especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the Unfaithful was still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
So he chose to die in silence.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, demoiselle. What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved, I'm sure he'd be...
That fool. Couldn't he have just given it to me straight? No. He might have set up everything. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. Maloose, what was the key evidence that—
It's the location when he was threatened. But if you...
Why? If we...
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against... There's no telling what might... But a single... The worst case...
Then, in that...
Well, you saw...
But things are...
You sound like you've put a lot of thought...
I am the butler. I've always been willing to take on any kind of...
Thank you for all of that, Maloose.
Let me think. When I announced to... If the vendor, after several rounds... The first?
Huh?
Yes, so thanks to his... There's someone else like him, too. Marcel.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild. In the beginning...
So, they're like...
Yes, it's...
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information. Although the guards... Since Thierry is...
I see. To think that the...
If you want to invest...
Of course.
You're too kind. And before I forget, proving bosses after that, if it might help...
Aw, thank you so much.
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work...